I first want to say to everyone here, thank you so much for your support and your love throughout the last almost 4 years for my husband. He loved being a firefighter, and I can see why. How many people turned out today to support him and honor him, and it's such a blessing to me and our family, and I'm just so humbled by it. When I asked if I could talk, I had so many people look at me and say, "Are you sure that's what you want to do?" You know. But I have a message I have to tell you. Because Bill made the sacrifice, and I want to make sure that I share it with you. And I wish I could have it memorized, but I don't, so I'm going to have to read it. As I was sitting at my desk at work, I received a text message from one of my sisters. She asked me if Bill was working. I said yes. Why? She said, "There's a terrible fire." Little did I know that my life would never be the same after that moment. After being rushed to Memorial Hermann, not knowing the fate of my husband, I was greeted at the entry by Al Goebel. His eyes met mine, and I could see a fear in his eyes that I had never seen before. That moment seemed like an eternity, and eventually he said, "He's alive." There was so much relief, but I was still so uncertain of what was going on, and the next few hours were like a dream. I felt like I was in a whirlwind or a tunnel, and everything was spinning. As they led me upstairs to his room to see him, there was a sea of firefighters. I'd never seen anything like it. And as I walked by, they started just part, like the sea, the Red Sea. That's all I could think of. And I could hear them whispering and shaking their heads. They were so sad. They felt so sorry for us. They would gently touch me. I'd get a hug, but nobody knew what to say. We were all in shock. We were all just in shock. I was greeted by a petite nurse with a pink headband and a warm smile. I saw her today. I'll never forget what she said to me. She said, "Miss Dowling, this is a marathon and not a race." Those words have never been more true. The magnitude of his injuries were beyond description. I'd never seen anything like it. He was in the fight for his life, and I was told he probably wouldn't make it. I was told he wouldn't make it. So I immediately went to God to help me understand why. Why him? Why this? He was an amazing person. It just didn't make any sense to me why he had to be put through this. So our family began to pour in, and we did the best we could to rally around Bill and the others that were hurting. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of people come to pay their respects and visit. And we just tried to love every single person that came in. And then there was many that had lost as well in the Southwest End fire, and then all the people that were there, and they came in and they smelled like smoke, and they were crying, and it was just a nightmare. And I didn't understand it. I was angry, and I was so confused, and I just didn't understand it. Later on, there was some firefighters, I can't remember how many, brought his duffel bag. And I began to go through his things, and that's when I really lost it. Because I could see those things that he had put in his bag that morning to go to work, and our life was normal then, and I was going through this, and everything in my life I knew would never be the same. But inside his bag, I found a notebook, and this is why I'm up here talking today. He had a prayer journal. I didn't know he had it. He was very devoted. He'd get up every day. He would eat his kashi cereal every day. I could hear him crunching in the living room. He would read his Bible. He would pray. And on that journal, there was names of all his friends, all his family, me, my kids, specific prayers to God. He loved everybody so much that he took time out of his day to write down prayers for them. And I wish I could be that devoted. As I continued to flip through the pages, I stumbled upon a prayer that Bill had written. It said, "Lord, please use me to lead others to you." Right then I knew why Bill was chosen. I knew why Bill was laying in that bed, why his legs were amputated, why he was suffering, because he had asked God to use him to reach others. As hard as it is to comprehend why a loving God would allow someone to suffer the way Bill has, and he has tremendously suffered, it would have not had the impact it has had without it being any other way. Bill asked God to use him to reach others. And here we are today, thousands of people listening to me speak. This life here on earth is a vapor in the wind compared to eternity. He was here, now he's gone. We're all going to be there one day. Bill was willing to do whatever it took, including sacrificing his own life to get this message out. My husband made the ultimate sacrifice. I believe his prayer was answered on that day, May 31st. It's not easy for me to be up here, standing next to his body. I can't imagine my life without him. But I'm going to honor him, and I'm going to die to my personal fears and insecurities, because I don't want to be up here talking. I'm not a speaker, and I'm nervous, but he means more to me, and I will honor him, and I will get this message out. Bill is here lying in that coffin because he wanted God to use him to save you. If you don't know Jesus, please take the time to get to know him. His love for you goes beyond anything this world can offer. To my husband, Bill, you were my first boyfriend, my love, my everything. Thank you for giving me 3 more years to hold you, kiss you, love you. I feel so lost without you. I don't know how I'm going to fill this empty space. He is my everything. I was a child. I was 18 when I met him. We taught each other how to be adults and parents, and we learned the hard way, and I think we did pretty good. He loved us so much. And I look forward to the day, Bill, that we are reunited in heaven. And for now, I will do my best to honor your legacy. The marathon is now over, my love. Take the rest you deserve and rejoice in the Lord. I'm never going to let you go, William Ross. I love you.